suddenly shrinking. Corpses. For strong corpse bodies lay scattered across the ground. All of them headless, blood gushing from their necks. Below, a tall woman with delicate features and a cold expression was flipping a bloody dagger in her hand, her face full of disgust, like a proud, thorned rose. This. How is this possible? You are? Looking at the tall woman, Yang Miao Miao was stunned. Her slender figure was at least 1.8 meters tall. Her features were pretty, body tight, eyes icy cold, every movement calm and composed. She looked exactly like a queen of the apocalypse. Yang Miao Miao. It's me, Qiu Shengsheng. Don't you recognize me? The tall woman looked up. Yang Miao Miao froze again. You, Qiu Shengsheng. You grew up? Stunned, dazed, confused. Yang Miao Miao couldn't figure it out. Why had everyone else turned old, but Qiu Xingxing had become a mature woman instead? Why? Me? I grew up? Trying to move her body, Qiu Xingxing suddenly realized that her once loose combat uniform had indeed become tight. Senior Ziren? Her cold, beautiful face turned to Du Ziren, who was momentarily dazed. Damn. So Xingxing as an adult, is this beautiful? In a hidden corner where no one could see, Du Ziren wore a dopey, smitten expression. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. If the old Qiu Xingxing was a soft, slightly silly teenage girl, then the Qiu Xingxing in front of him now was exactly how he imagined a goddess of the apocalypse. Icy gaze, sharp features, curves that couldn't be hidden by her uniform. This was the adult version of Qiu Xingxing. You. Staring in awe at Qiu Xingxing for a while, Du Ziren finally came to his senses. He understood. Qiu Xingxing's ability was immortal and undying. Because of that trait, once she entered the accelerated time flow zone, her body would age, but thanks to the undying trait, her body would lock at its most perfect state. So, only Qiu Xingxing wouldn't become old here, she would grow into a woman. Jackpot. He never thought he'd get a preview of what his wife would look like in the future. Click, click. While no one was paying attention, Du Ziren had already circled the adult Qiu Xingxing several times, secretly taking screenshots like crazy. Just like a gamer customizing a character's appearance and saving outfits. Say, Senior Ziren. I feel, this body doesn't feel right. That cold gaze only showed a trace of girlish shyness when looking at Du Ziren. Can it wait a bit? Huh? Senior, you. Du Ziren said nothing, only kept clicking screenshots wildly. In the distance, inside Baihe village, Lu Su and Linya were also dumbfounded. What? Who the hell is that perfect woman? Linya growled with jealousy. I think it's Captain Chiu. She seemed to grow up right after cutting down a few zombies. Even Lu Su, as a woman, blushed slightly when looking at adult Qiu Xingxing. She really had the looks and presence of 100%. Damn it. So Xingxing is this charming when she grows up. No wonder that senior is always. Wait. Realizing what she was about to say, Linya quickly covered her mouth. Why didn't you grow old? Behind the dry corpse pile, the bluish skinny zombie stared at Qiu Xingxing in disbelief. Not only had she not aged, her power even seemed stronger. His time acceleration was actually giving her a buff? Click, click, click. After snapping a few more screenshots of adult Qiu Xingxing, Du Ziren finally remembered. Damn, they were still in a fight. Shengsheng. Go ahead and fight. Aim to break through to ability user, rank 5. Got it. A calm voice came. Qiu Xingxing's perfectly curved body tensed, her combat uniform having already disintegrated from the accelerated time, turning to ash. Crystal core armor wrapped around Qiu Xingxing's full figure, and the silver light reflected at the entrance of Baihe village. You freak. What the hell is your ability? Attack. Maybe it was the armor, maybe it was the threat. Either way, the skinny zombie felt a chill in his heart. With a wave of his hand, all the dry corpses on the ground swelled. At least 20 strong corpses roared and charged at Qiu Xingxing. Xingxing, stay calm. If necessary, I'll step in. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Du Ziren's voice echoed in her ear. Qiu Xingxing's narrowed eyes tightened. She gripped her dagger in her left hand and just replied with a soft mm. Splat splat splat. Suddenly, Qiu Xingxing's body vanished. And ahead, within the oncoming group of strong corpses, heads started flying into the air. Splat splat splat. 1, 2, 3. As heads flew, blood sprayed from the necks, and the headless bodies dropped one by one. Damn it. The skinny zombie saw things going wrong and quickly cancelled the time flow effect on Qiu Xingxing. Splat splat splat. Among the flying heads, a small figure slowly reappeared. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Back in her normal body, Qiu Xingxing was panting heavily, her movement visibly slower. Slash. Another cut hit a strong corpse, but only pierced its neck. She didn't manage to sever the head. Her familiar girlish voice returned, and Du Ziren's face went stiff. From his view, Qiu Xingxing's power was rising and falling, completely unstable. Qiu Xingxing current ability level, rank 8, rank 9, rank 4. Because time kept accelerating, Xingxing grew, and her power increased. Now, her power dropped again. Did he cancel the time flow? Squinting at the skinny zombie, Du Ziren saw him staring at Qiu Xingxing with a faint look of realization. This monster. She can even benefit from my ability? Hurry, now's the time. Kill her. Kill her. Roar. At the skinny zombie's command, countless dry corpses swelled and surged. In an instant, hordes of strong corpses pounced toward Qiu Xingxing. But Qiu Xingxing didn't panic at all. Her now smaller body gripped the dagger tightly. Splat, a strong corpse's head flew again. Thud, thud. Her heart raced. Facing the approaching zombie tide, Qiu Xingxing's eyes stayed determined. She whispered, "It's okay. It's okay. Senior Ziren is here. With Senior Ziren, I won't die." Tightly gripping her dagger, she charged fearlessly into the horde. At that moment, Du Ziren stared at Qiu Xingxing's ability stats. Qiu Xingxing current ability level, rank 4, 388/400, 399 for 400, 11 out of 500. Congratulations. Qiu Xingxing's ability level has advanced to ability user rank 5. Is this the charm of golden ability? Getting stronger just by fighting? Seeing that Qiu Xingxing was about to be surrounded, Du Ziren looked at the skinny zombie, his expression turned serious. Nullification field. Buzz buzz buzz. In an instant, the entire Baiha village outskirts road seemed to ripple slightly in space. What? The skinny zombie seemed to sense some kind of fluctuation and froze. Before it could react, all the dried corpses revealed their true forms, transforming into uniform Tier 3 ability users, strong zombies. Its main body also began to shrink from a burly form. The previously unreadable power level gradually stabilized at Tier 9 ability user. Who is it? Who's interfering with my ability? It looked around in panic. Without the boost of time flow, the skinny zombie, despite being Tier 9, only had physical strength left. How could it not panic? It looked around in fear, but Du Ziren wasn't paying attention. Instead, he called out to Yang Miao Miao hanging from a tree. "Hey, why are you still spacing out? Help Xingxing and fight." Squeak squeak. The old woman hanging from the tree also began to regain her form due to time flow failing. Yang Miao Miao, with her short sky blue hair, stared blankly around. "Say, Senior, kill the enemies." Understood. In a panic, she looked at Qiu Xingxing, who was surrounded. As Yang Miao Miao focused her thoughts, rings of water membrane surged around Xingxing's crystal core armor. "Xingxing, don't be afraid. Water membrane can block attacks. Just go all out and fight." "Got it." Yang Miao Miao's voice came from the tree. Qiu Xingxing boldly rushed into the group of strong zombies and began to fight. Roar! Roar! Countless stinky fanged mouths bit at her neck, but were all bounced off by water membrane ripples. With Tier 5 ability power, each dagger strike pierced a strong zombie's skull, killing it instantly. Even though the zombies at Baiha village entrance were all Tier 3 ability users, at the end of the day, Tier 3 is still Tier 3. Without time flow support, the threat wasn't that high. "Hey, Linya, come help." He called toward the cornfield, and after some rustling, boom boom boom, spikes of earth suddenly burst out from under the attacking strong zombies. Like spears, the spikes shot upward, piercing through the zombies' lower bodies and out their necks. Roars and screams filled the air. In no time, the 40-50 strong zombie army was about to be wiped out. You! The skinny zombie finally lost control. It's all because of her. It stared hatefully at Qiu Xingxing, muscles trying to swell again, attempting to forcibly boost its power using time flow acceleration. But, buzz buzz buzz. A force in the air was constantly restraining it. It couldn't activate its prized time flow acceleration at all. No! Kill her! Kill her! It's all because of that woman. Because of her! Because of her, I lost my ability. All. Crack crack crack. Its skinny claws gripped the ground, leaving 10 deep grooves. The skinny zombie stared at Xingxing, its body hunched, trying to use its Tier 9 physical strength to kill her by force. But, "Hey, you dried up corpse, what are you mumbling about?" Suddenly, A calm voice rang in its ear. You! You're the monster who disabled my ability. You, how can you have both invisibility and nullification abilities? You, could you be the kin? You talk too much. Crack. Another bone-cracking sound. Its neck suddenly compressed, its face twisted visibly. Duzirin had just been standing next to this thing and heard everything clearly. This guy dared to go after his wife? My wife's leveling up. What's it to you? Crack, crack, crack. With just a small twist of his hand. Ugh, ugh. The skinny zombie flew into the air, its neck snapping completely, head tilted, dead. Huh? Duzirin shook the skinny zombie's body, looking puzzled. Wait, I didn't even use force. And you're dead already? Oh sorry, forgot I currently have the body strength of a temporary awakened one. Well, whatever, die then. He casually threw the corpse aside. Boom! The body slammed into a tree, its head exploded. The thick old tree at the roadside creaked loudly and broke in half. Rumble! As the tree trunk hit the ground, the four women all looked at the now headless dried corpse, each with a more shocked face than the last. Senior Zirin, when did you even strike? It felt like we just heard a swoosh and the lead zombie was dead? Gasp, the senior really is terrifying. Roar, roar. The strong zombies, seeing the skinny zombie dead, instantly panicked and fled into the cornfield. With the leader dead, the underlings scattered in chaos. Puff, puff, puff. Led by Qiu Xingxing, the women instantly reversed the situation, chasing down and slaughtering the fleeing zombies. Moments later, dozens of zombies lay scattered across the ground, and at least 50 crystal cores were placed at the entrance of Baihe village. Qiu Xingxing and the three women looked eagerly at the air. Senior Zirin, these crystal cores, please take them. No need. You all divide them. I can see your strength is still tight. Waving his hand, Duzirin clearly had no intention of taking the crystal cores. After all, the women who were now forming a small team still had relatively low strength. With that, they'd be looked down upon in the Luzhou safe zone. Senior, what about you? I don't need crystal cores for now. Oh right. Shengsheng, get that guy's core for me. He pointed at the corpse of the skinny zombie under the tree. Shengsheng immediately understood and started digging through the broken body. Soon, she came over holding a round black and white crystal core. Senior Zirin, please have a look. Your Doomsday Survival character is delivering you a new gift. Accept? Accept. Picking up the strange crystal core, Duzirin's eyes suddenly lit up. Time Crystal Core 1 of 3. Collect all 3 to unlock Golden Quality ability, Time. What? Golden ability? Playing with the Time Crystal Core in his hand, Duzirin didn't expect its quality to be golden. But what surprised him even more was that this thing actually required 3 cores to activate the Time ability. Seriously? Golden ability is that hard to activate? Where am I supposed to find the other 2? Silently putting away the crystal core, Duzirin suddenly thought of the remaining 2 missions in this riot chapter. Could it be? The remaining 2 are in those 2 missions? Just as he was hesitating, thud, young Meow Meow suddenly knelt on the blood-soaked ground. Senior, please take me in. Huh? What are you doing? I have no team to return to. I want to join your team. She lowered her head and nervously made her request. Young Meow Meow knew very well who the true leader of Qiu Xingxing's team was. Of course, it was precisely because Duzirin was a regular member of this team that she wanted so badly to join it. You want to join Xingxing's team? Narrowing his eyes, Duzirin looked at the 4 people around him. This really looked like the early stage of an ability user team. If Young Meow Meow joined, the team mission would be completed. Shengsheng, what do you think? You're the leader of this team. He handed over the decision to Qiu Xingxing. The first thing Duzirin respected was his wife's opinion. If Meow Meow joins, a water-type ability would be useful anywhere. I don't think we can refuse, right? Qiu Xingxing proactively reached out her hand to Yang Meow Meow. Her expression lit up. Captain Qiu, you're agreeing? Thank you. Thank you. Yang Meow Meow excitedly grabbed Qiu Xingxing's hand. Buzz, buzz, buzz. At the same time, a game window popped up in front of Duzirin. Mission, form a team, completed. Team members, leader, Qiu Xingxing, members, Linya, Lu Su, Yang Meow Meow. Team level, beginner. Unlocking current ability levels for all 4. Qiu Xingxing, Tier 5 ability user, 121/500. Linya, Tier 5 ability user, 435/500. Lu Su, Tier 3 ability user, 280/300. Yang Meow Meow, Tier 4 ability user, 323/400. A flood of data kept popping up. Duzirin stroked his chin. Just as expected. Every pay-to-win game includes team building mechanics. Damn, just don't tell me there's no gacha draw for agents. Do I really have to find rare SSR characters through the storyline? While he was deep in thought, the four women on the road stood silently, waiting for Duziran's orders, all staring into the void. Can't deny, having four beauties look at you like this really gives off the RPG camping vibe. After a while, hey, the four of you take 12 crystal cores each. Distribute them and work on raising your ability levels. Next, everyone, quickly return to the mine black market. Yes. At his command, the four of them split the cores and dashed toward the mine black market. At the same time, Luzhou is second-tier safe zone. Unlike the shabby and temporary setup of the mine black market, the Luzhou safe zone was a 42-story office building in the center of Luzhou City. It stood tall in the middle of the urban ruins, so out of place. The bright curtain walls of glass didn't have a single trace of weathering. In the sky, zombified zombie birds circled. As if they couldn't see the people coming and going inside the building, they shrieked and flapped past the edge of the curtain walls. Inside the building, people walked around busy with their own business, seemingly used to the zombies outside. Looking closely, one would see that the building's outer edges faintly shimmered with strange light. Luzhou Safe Zone 30th floor, conference room. At this moment, in the spacious conference room, only a dozen people sat along the table. Each of them wore a badge with a moon on their chest, a mark of ability users in the base. Let's hear it. All three mercenary squads sent out didn't return. At the head of the conference room, an elderly man looked solemnly at the dozen ability users below. They murmured and whispered. It's been almost half a day. Conflict Squad, Extreme Squad, Beast Squad, none of them responded. With the distance from Wannan City to Luzhou, they should have finished the mission and come back by now. Even if they didn't finish it, they shouldn't be completely out of contact. Could something have happened? No way. Conflict and Extreme Squads are both semi-pro tier 7 ability users, I get it. But the Beast Squad's captain is an actual high-level ability user. Could it be? The whispering grew louder, and the elder's face turned dark. Bang, bang, bang. He knocked the table hard, silence fell. Cough, cough, cough. I know you're all ability users and long used to handling zombies. But this time, I feel a pressure looming. You know I haven't had this feeling in a long time. Someone, bring up the Anhui province map. Understood. With a wave of his hand, the projector showed a regional map. The elder stood slowly and pointed to the lower, left, and right parts of the map, eyes narrowing into slits. To the left is the zombie army from Baiha village. To the right is some baby zombie, and below is that mutant zombie massacre incident. Tell me, what are these zombies trying to do? This, Old Master Bai, are you saying they're trying to surround us? A man wearing sunglasses looked doubtful. Wrong. They'll first surround the mine black market, wipe them out, then merge their three armies, and launch a full attack on our Luzhou safe zone. What? They must be tired of living. The man sneered, but the old man glared and slammed the table. Did you forget how they slaughtered us before? 100 years. 100 years. It's been quiet on the surface, but there's been no word from above in ages. On the dark side, they might already have the power to eliminate ability users. If we let them grow and the three armies unite, do you really think we can withstand their attack at Luzhou safe zone? His words hit like thunder. Silence swept through the conference room. Then, Old Master Bai, what do you suggest? Suddenly, a girl with a single ponytail stood up from a front row seat on the left. As the saying goes, when the lips are gone, the teeth feel the cold. If the mine black market falls, the next target will be our Luzhou safe zone. My suggestion is, rescue, Flash, Zhao Ziyan, Echo, Su Chang, Mirror Woman, Fang Huiguang. Step forward. Yes. At the old man's shout, the man with sunglasses, the ponytail girl, and a middle-aged man in a floral shirt stepped forward and respectfully faced him. You, head directly south to investigate the mutant zombie death incident. You, go stop the baby zombies movement. You, handle the Baiha village case. Complete these missions before the crisis fully brews. Any objections? None. Good. Move out. As the old man gave the command. A hum shook the conference room, and the three stepped forward, then vanished. Outside the front gate of the Luzhou safe zone, on the first floor, Zhao Ziyan appeared in the snow, dragging Fang Huiguang and Su Chang by the arms. The two looked calm, gazing at the suddenly changing scene in front of them, as if they were already used to it. This was Zhao Ziyan's ability, Flash. With the flash ability of an ability user, even when carrying people, he could instantly move 100 meters, extremely powerful. Hey, since Old Man Bai gave us these missions, what do you think? How should we divide these 3 missions? Adjusting his sunglasses, Zhao Ziang twisted his neck, as if he hadn't taken the elder's warning seriously at all. I'm fine with anything. Fang Huiguang replied coldly. Su Chang, however, forced a smile. Hey, isn't it simple? I have the safest plan, all 3 of us move together. With Ziang's flash, we can easily deal with the weird baby zombie first, then go find the cause of the mutant zombie death, and finally handle the Baiha village incident. With Flash, there's definitely enough time. I disagree. Su Chang had just spoken excitedly when Fang Huiguang coldly interrupted him. What if we spend too much time dealing with the baby zombie? Then the situations in Baiha village and the mutant zombie case worsen and affect the mine black market. Who will take responsibility? That? It probably won't happen, right? Su Chang still smiled, but Fang Huiguang gave him a sharp glare. This concerns lives. Just because you can move easily, does that mean you can take it lightly? Hey, you! Fang Huiguang, what's your problem? I was thinking about what's best for us. Just as they were about to start arguing, Zhao Ziang scratched his head and quickly pulled Su Chang back. No, no, no. Since we can't agree, how about this? Ladies first. Fang Huiguang, you choose a mission, and the 2 of us will handle the rest separately. I'll go deal with the cause of the mutant zombie deaths myself. It's just below the base. I'll follow this path straight to the mine black market. As for you 2, do whatever you want. Flicking her single ponytail, Fang Huiguang kept her cold expression and quickly walked off into the distance. TSK, TSK, TSK. Look at that woman's attitude. Once she was gone, Su Chang sneered. Zhao Ziang also laughed. Does she think just because her ancestors were part of the Dawn Squad, she's better than us even in a second-tier base? Ha ha ha. Ridiculous. She's just a reject from the Dawn Squad. If you ask me, it's a shame your ancestors never joined the Dawn Squad, Ziang. Hey, drop it. She's already left. What about us? Obviously, we team up and take down the baby zombie first. That Baiha village problem, we'll head over after. How long could that take? True. Hearing that, Zhao Ziang grinned knowingly. He placed a hand on Su Chang's shoulder, and in a flash, both of them disappeared. Guanshan Road. As the main road from Wannan City to Luzhou, this area was always snow-covered and deserted. Buzz, buzz, buzz. But now, the road above was swarming with flies. A foul stench filled the air, and blood stained the ground. Corpses of mutated zombie dogs, birds, and wild deer were piled everywhere. Most of the corpses were already rotting, all with uniformly clean cuts at the necks, like executioners had instantly decapitated them. Headless bodies rotted as maggots wriggled. No, no, don't. Suddenly, a hysterical scream rang out. Thud, thud, thud. On the filthy snow, a man with abnormally muscular legs ran at a speed comparable to a small car, constantly looking around. Don't follow me. Stop. He kept glancing back in panic, as if terrified of something. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Strange zombie growls echoed in his ears. Swoosh. A blood-red bone blade brushed past the back of his neck. With a sharp hum, blood burst from the wound, and a chunk of flesh flew off. Ah! Ah! The man screamed, clutching his neck, but didn't dare slow down. He ran even faster. He was certain even a small car couldn't catch him at this speed. But, ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! The laughter only got closer, never fading. Damn it! Damn it! I shouldn't have taken this mission. What the hell are you? His desperate roar echoed down the road as he sprinted wildly toward Luzhou. He thought, if he encountered a passing ability user, maybe he'd be saved. If it was Zhao Ziang with Flash, he might even counterattack. But, buzz, this time, the blood-red bone blade came at him from the front, with force. How is that possible? You! How did you get in front of me? His pupils widened. A flash of red light cut across his neck. His body kept running forward, but his wide-eyed head rolled to the ground with a thud. PFFT, PFFT, PFFT. And so, a bizarre scene unfolded. The headless body spurted blood as it ran, while the fallen head stared in shock, watching its own body run off. An absurd, grotesque, shocking scene. Ugh, ugh. The man's mouth twitched nervously, just as something was about to pick up his head. Thud, thud, thud. A capable-looking woman came running through the snow. Wu Ji! You! She watched as the headless corpse ran past, her eyes fixed on the floating head. Fang Huiguang. Run! Run now! The severed head gave one last reflexive shout. Wu Ji's eyes faded gray, his life gone. Thud. His head rolled oddly, and a bloody crystal core dropped from his skull, only to vanish instantly. as if something had snatched the core in that very moment. Who? Who's killing people? Fang Huiguan looked around in shock, but saw nothing. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. The ground was covered in headless animal corpses. Looking further, she saw 3 of the extreme squad members' headless bodies piled up, completely dead. Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! Eerie laughter drifted through the air, mixed with gnawing crunches, sending chills down her spine. You're eating Wu Ji's crystal core? Fang Huiguan's eyes widened. She couldn't see it. She couldn't see what killed Wu Ji. As the extreme squad leader, Wu Ji could control any muscle in his body and unleash superhuman strength. That terrifying speed just now. What kind of monster could decapitate him in motion? Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! The sound got closer. Fang Huiguan's breathing suddenly quickened. Buzz, a red flash swept past her face. Mirror skin reversal. Crack, crack, crack. Countless shards of glass erupted from her face. Buzz, the bone blade, fast as cold light, actually pierced her face and refracted out. Pop! A confused sound echoed in the air. But soon, Buzz, in a split second, a cold wind swept behind Fang Huiguan. The time difference, less than a second. Damn it. This monster. It's definitely not just a mutant zombie. Buzz. Goosebumps rose on the back of Fang Huiguan's neck, and countless mirror fragments emerged from her skin. Her breathing became rapid. This was definitely the most stressful battle since she became an ability user. What kind of monster could launch 2 attacks in seconds? And from 2 different directions? Buzz. After the knife pierced the mirror again, the surroundings suddenly fell silent. A mirror? Interesting. The cold voice echoed, now far, now near, now left, now right. Fang Huiguan's heart was pounding. She couldn't believe it. How could anyone carry out such a series of attacks? Super speed? That was too fast, wasn't it? Hey. Let's go again. The voice clearly came from the left, but the blade wind struck from the right. Mirror reflection. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Not daring to let her guard down, countless mirror shards broke out from all over her body. As the strike missed again, she quickly retreated several steps, and the cracks on the mirrors began to merge back together. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Next, Fang Huiguan disappeared from the road. Oh? Reflection? Invisibility? Your ability control is quite good. The eerie voice echoed through the road. Fang Huiguan almost forgot to breathe, curling up in a corner. She wasn't confident she could fight this thing. Not even confident she could last a few rounds. Too twisted. Completely twisted. She couldn't see it, had no idea what it was doing. If she just kept passively using mirror reflection, once her ability energy was exhausted, she'd be dead. Old Master Bai was right. This zombie army, something's wrong. Thump thump. Her chest rose and fell rapidly. Fang Huiguan said nothing. Hey. Hiding? Boring, so boring. Drip, drip, drip. In the distance, about a dozen meters away, blood mysteriously dripped in midair, trailing off toward the mine black market. Fang Huiguan didn't even dare to breathe, slowly beginning to move. She didn't even dare to cancel her mirror form, afraid that thing would circle back and strike. No. That thing is heading toward the mine black market. If it gets in, it'll be a one-sided massacre. She quickly backed away toward Luzhou. After making absolutely sure there were no signs of danger, she frantically pulled out her radio. Hello. This is Mirror Woman Fang Huiguan. Headquarters, do you read me? Please respond. Hello? This is headquarters. What's the situation? Hurry. Notify the mine black market. Evacuate immediately. Evacuate now. What happened? The mutant zombie doing the killing, its ability is extremely strange. Based on what I've seen, not even ability users can last a few minutes against it. What? Drip, drip, drip. Snowflakes drifted gently. At the entrance of the mine black market, Sister Xiao lounged comfortably in a pit. Sigh, I wonder when days like this will finally end. Scratching her greasy hair, Sister Xiao wondered if she should buy some dirty water tonight to wash with. Step. Suddenly, heavy footsteps approached, but Sister Xiao didn't care. After all, so many people came and went each day, she was used to it. But, alongside those footsteps came the sound of dripping water. There was also a faint smell of blood in the air. Huff. Sniffing, Sister Xiao looked toward the tunnel. Vaguely, at the snowy entrance, a humanoid figure stood about 1.8 meters tall, covered in strange blackish-purple skin. His face was unclear, but the strangest part wasn't his color or build. It was that his left arm wasn't a normal arm. It was a long, thin, bone-colored blade. The blade hung by his side, swinging slightly, dripping blood. You, you are? Sister Xia just began to question. Hey, hey, hey. The eerie laughter grew nearer. The next second, in just a blink, a pitch-black figure suddenly appeared behind the wire gate, standing right in front of her. At that moment, Sister Xia saw clearly. It was a zombie. A bizarre zombie with bulging black veins, a bald head, black eyes, and a bone blade hanging from its left arm. You, what? She opened her mouth, just about to speak. Splat. Sister Xia's head flew off, rolling on the ground with a gurgling sound. PFFT, PFFT, PFFT. Blood sprayed inside the pit. Outside the iron gate, a group of scavengers hiding in the pit stared in shock at what had just happened. Blood, blood, blood. This is bad. There's. Thump, thump. Before anyone could shout, a wave of bloody wind swept through. Huff, huff, huff. At least 50 scavengers at the mine entrance. All their heads fell at once. Thump, thump. The sound of bodies falling echoed, blood pooling into a puddle. The stench of blood completely filled the entrance of the mine black hole. Step, 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 step. That strange zombie's figure was no longer visible. Only the eerie laughter remained, echoing deeper into the tunnel, heading toward the underground second floor. I always said old-fashioned beauty standards were better. First place lingerie model from 100 years ago, damn. Inside the mission room, Lin Ping flipped through a magazine to pass the time. Pop, isn't it a little too quiet today? After a while, he looked up at the mission room. There wasn't a single person inside or outside. What the hell? At this rate, the mine black market is going down. Scratching his head, Lin Ping originally just wanted to chill a bit longer. But for some reason, he remembered a warning from his senior. If anything feels wrong, immediately lock yourself in the third underground level. That's maybe a bit too cautious? He wanted to ignore it, but thinking about that senior's power, Lin Ping slowly walked out of the mission room. Only, as soon as he stepped out, something felt off. Huff, huff, huff. The air was thick with the smell of blood. His right eyelid twitched nonstop, and Lin Ping suddenly felt pressure on his chest. Thump. From the far earthen path, 3 or 4 human heads with shocked expressions flew into the air, spraying blood like fountains. What the hell? At once, Lin Ping was stunned. Damn it. Silent killing. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he'd have believed that sitting in the mission room, without a sound, he'd never know anything had happened outside. Damn, damn, damn. Something's wrong. Really wrong. His heart pounded wildly. Thinking of the senior's words, he didn't hesitate. He sprinted toward the underground third-level entrance. Step, step, step. Jumping into the third level, Lin Ping waved his hand. Boom, boom, boom. Thick metal and dirt instantly sealed the tunnel entrance. Creak, creak. When the shaft elevator hit bottom, he shouted in panic. It's bad. Above, the whole upper level was slaughtered by a monster. It's bad. The upper level has been massacred. Massacred. Lin Ping's panicked voice kept echoing through the third underground level. Not long after, above the treetops, over a dozen ability users and their families poked their heads out. Lin Ping, seriously? There's a limit to joking around. Exactly. We just suffered a major loss, and you think it's okay to joke about this? How can there be a massacre without any screaming at all? Countless contemptuous looks fell on Lin Ping. His face was anxious, stomping in panic. There was no way. People were killed upstairs in total silence. Not a single scream was heard. Who would believe the second level had been wiped out? It's true. It's real. Damn it. I don't even know what that thing is. It kills so fast. Heads were flying through the air. People didn't even have time to scream. Stop talking nonsense. What kind of monster does that even exist? I'm going up to see. An ability user couldn't listen any longer and immediately jumped down from the treetop, heading toward the elevator. No, don't go. I already sealed off the third level entrance. Don't let that thing find us. Otherwise, looking nervously at the upper level, Lin Ping was genuinely afraid that thing would come down. Because this place didn't just have the remaining ability users, but also their families. If that thing came down, the mine black market would be finished. You're always talking nonsense. Not serious at all. Sealing the tunnel? Are you bored? My friend is still on the second floor. I'm telling you, if people were really killed silently, how is that even possible? Just as someone else was about to argue. Splash. Qin Wan slowly appeared on the central treetop. She had already heard most of what happened through the tree trunk. Her face was displeased, and she was about to scold Lin Ping. Do you realize how insulting this joke is? You say there was a massacre with no sound at all? Even if no one screamed, there should at least be the sound of footsteps during a chase, right? Were there any? Were there? I'm not joking. If the senior hadn't warned me, I might have been sitting inside and gotten killed without even realizing it. It's true, that thing really kills in a strange way. Lin Ping was like someone swallowing bitter medicine, unable to explain it well. Silent killing. Who would believe it? Senior? Hearing the word senior, Qinhuan's tense expression eased a little. She knew, no matter how bold Lin Ping was, he wouldn't dare joke about that senior. Narrowing her eyes, she still had doubts. You're saying that senior warned you about danger, so you sealed off the third level entrance? Not that danger might come. It already has. You. She was about to argue more. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Suddenly, the walkie-talkie connected to Luzhou's safe zone buzzed. Hello? Hello? Is this the mine black market director, Qinhuan? The voice on the other end was urgent. As Qinhuan heard it, her heart skipped a beat. Yes. What is it? Here's the situation. We sent a top ability user to investigate the mutant zombie death incident. Based on frontline reports, the culprit appears capable of instantly killing ability users. So, please have your safe zone evacuate or hide immediately. Because it's heading your way. What? The voice on the walkie-talkie wasn't loud, but everyone nearby heard it. As soon as instantly killing ability users was mentioned, everyone's face turned pale. What a joke. There wasn't a single ability user in the mine black market. If that thing really came, wouldn't it just be a slaughter? Lin Ping, are you sure you saw heads flying? Qinhuan's lips were trembling. Only now did she realize Lin Ping might be telling the truth. Of course. Damn it. I was scared out of my mind. I knew no one would believe me. I wouldn't believe it myself. A thing that kills this fast. Shit. If the senior hadn't warned me, I bet it would have already wiped out our third level by now. Silence. Dead quiet. Stunned. Everyone stared blankly at Lin Ping, wiping cold sweat from their foreheads. Now, when they looked up at the higher levels, their bodies trembled. What the hell? What the hell came from above? Thump thump. Their heartbeats quickened inexplicably. Qinhuan didn't dare delay. Boom boom boom. With a wave of her hand, countless massive tree roots surged toward the entrance of the third level. Thick trees tangled like giant snakes, sealing off the tunnel in complete darkness. Huff, huff. She exhaled slowly, feeling a bit relieved. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All thanks to that senior. Otherwise, that senior really is extraordinary. He even predicted this? Is he in the stratosphere? He's the real deal, truly farsighted. Just as the words of gratitude spread. Boom! The sealed tunnel suddenly exploded with a loud crash. Boom boom boom. A mass of dirt collapsed from above, and a bone-colored blood blade stabbed into the thick tree roots. Then, a grotesque black-veined face peered down at the people beneath the roots. Hey. It kept laughing menacingly, like looking at pigs in a pen. Boom boom. The bone blade in its left hand suddenly swung up and down rapidly, so fast you couldn't see the motion. But visibly, the sealed tree roots shattered and twisted, collapsing and cracking non-stop. That's the thing? Seeing the strange zombie, everyone's mouths dropped open. That's it? That one thing killed everyone above? Holy shit. That blade is so fast and fierce, if it hit a person, they'd be torn apart instantly. Holy shit. Good thing the senior warned us. Otherwise, gulp gulp. The sound of people swallowing filled the space. Everyone stared at the strange zombie, dumbfounded. Quick! Lin Ping. Help me! Seal the gap. Got it. Only Qinhuan and Lin Ping reacted fast, activating their powers. Earth and branches twisted and piled over the third level entrance. Boom boom. The sound of the bone blade slashing continued. Qinhuan and Lin Ping's faces went pale, their powers draining fast. PFFT. For a moment, the speed of sealing and breaking through seemed evenly matched. But the corners of their mouths turned bitter. They could already feel. The monster above seemed tireless. Its rapid blade swings didn't slow down at all. Huff, huff, huff. At this rate, we'll run out of energy. That thing will break through and slaughter us all. Qinhuan looked hopeless. Lin Ping gritted his teeth. No. If the senior foresaw disaster, it means he'll come save us. The senior? They looked toward Qiu Xingxing's home. Qinhuan knew the senior likely only truly cared about Xingxing's children. But even so, if they could hold out until he returned, there was still hope. Outside the mine black market cave, Fang Huiguang smelled the stench of blood and her face turned gloomy. After notifying headquarters immediately, she had worried whether the mine black market had gotten the warning in time to evacuate. Now it looked like she was too late. Damn it. Damn it. Can't I do anything? Clenching her fists, mirror shards flickered over her body as she walked deeper into the cave. Until she saw a giant black zombie, wildly swinging its bone blade, chopping at the roots in the ground. Her expression turned shocked. That must be the monster. But what is it doing now? Approaching cautiously, through a gap in the roots, Fang Huiguang saw the tense faces of the survivors below. Huh? They actually survived. And they even organized a defense? How? How is that possible? I was late notifying headquarters. How did they react before the zombie even arrived? Could it be someone they sensed it approaching? Or is there another expert who also predicted the three-army siege and prepared in advance? Qingshan County. This was a city on the right edge of Wannan City, once a beautiful place known as the water town of Jiangnan. At this moment, under a gloomy snowy scene, the entire Qingshan County was filled with ruins. Snow covered the streets thickly, the shop windows on the commercial street were shattered, and the rooms inside were in disarray, with no trace of human presence. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Snowflakes drifting midair shook strangely every few hundred meters. From the distorted sky came Zhao Ziang's voice. Huh? Bad intel? We've circled the right side of the city several times. Where's the baby zombie? Where's the zombie army? After a ripple in the air, Zhao Ziang appeared on a street, grabbing Su Chang's shoulder. The two looked around. Indeed, nothing was unusual. Ziang, something's off. Even if we didn't see the baby zombies, maybe they crawled away, but there aren't even any footprints in the snow. You think we came too late? Su Chang rubbed his chin, stomping the thick snow, making crunching sounds. Too late? No way. It's only been half an hour. You think a group of baby zombies can crawl hundreds of kilometers out of town? Zhao Ziang sneered, taking off his sunglasses and suspiciously looking around. So, could they be hiding? Still in the town? Su Chang agreed with Zhao Ziang. The two exchanged glances and began walking around the street. Step, step, step. Step, step, step. The thick snow was soft and undisturbed, unlikely to conceal babies. Looking into a messy shop, the goods and mannequins were all knocked over, covered in dust. It didn't look like any living creature had been inside recently. Strange. Could there have been no baby zombie army at all? They had cleared almost half the shops. Not only zombies, even a living thing hadn't been seen. A dead city. Pure ruins.
Oh, the bridge.
If nothing turns up, let's loot and head to the mine black market.
What about that?
Anyway,
Oh,
I said the zombies
fuck.
plan to attack the black market together, right? We can wait for them there. After Su Chang suggested it, Zhao Ziang nodded. All right, let's quickly check that clothing store ahead, then we. He pointed at a clothing shop where mannequins were tilted in disarray and was about to speak. Clatter. Suddenly, inside the web-covered shop, a mannequin toppled over. Who? Zhao Ziang instinctively shouted. There was no wind in the shop. The mannequin couldn't have fallen on its own. Who? Su Chang shouted too. As his voice echoed, dust on the floor inside trembled and rose. Cough, cough. Cough, cough. In the swirling dust, a dirt-covered child holding a kid's denim jacket timidly peeked out from behind a mannequin. I? He shrank back, the jacket half on his shoulder, half clutched in his arms, as if he had just been trying it on. Huh? A child? There's a child here. Su Chang's expression froze. Finding a living person in a ruin like this, truly rare. Hey, kid! You! Zhao Ziang eyed the boy. His outfit was strange, denim jacket on top, girl's skirt on bottom, a thermos hanging from his chest, and a skinny bird perched on his shoulder. It had to be said. He was quite an eye-catcher. Big brother. I just took some clothes. I didn't mean any trouble, right? Fear of strangers filled the boy's eyes. Clearly, kids like him usually got beaten by scavengers when caught taking things. It's fine. Seeing the innocent eyes, Zhao Ziang waved his hand. Lowering his guard slightly, he looked at the boy. Tell me, are you alone here? A lot of people were chased away by the babies. They ran far. I hid with my little hawk. He poked the bird on his shoulder and timidly stepped back into the shop. Is that so? Zhao Ziang narrowed his eyes. Something felt wrong. Where are the babies? Which way did they run? To the right? Really? Were you passing through here, or living here long term? Just passing. We were from northern Wannan. Oh, that makes sense. So, those baby zombies really ran far already? Scratching his head and frowning at the timid child, Zhao Ziang began to walk in, intending to take the kid with him. Su Chang, looks like you were right. We came too la. Before he finished, late, Zhao Ziang couldn't see, but Su Chang's eyes suddenly turned dull. His stubbled face changed into that of a teenager around 15 or 16. You talking to me? Teenager Su Chang looked at him confused. Zhao Ziang turned his head. Of course I am. You. Turning around, Zhao Ziang was stunned. The child. In just moments, Su Chang had disappeared behind him. In his place stood a child wearing Su Chang's floral robe. He stared blankly, like his brain hadn't developed. You. Who are you? Wah. Stared at by Zhao Ziang, the child's lips trembled and he burst into tears. But that wasn't the scary part. The scary part was, the child's body kept shrinking. 4 or 5 years old, then 2 or 3, until a baby wrapped in the floral robe lay curled up in front of Zhao Ziang. And it kept shrinking. Wah. The crying stopped. The baby transformed into a lump of flesh, which kept shrinking into a tadpole-like embryo. This. His pupils split wide open. Zhao Ziang saw what? He saw a creature reverse growing. Is that a fertilized egg? This. Clack. Suddenly, behind him, came the sound of a bottle cap turning. The boy in the denim jacket and skirt slowly walked over to Su Chang's robe. Su Chang was gone. Only blood squirmed inside the clothing.
The only thing left
Squinting,
is
the boy poured the blood from the robe into his thermos. Hey.
Or like 2, but
Hard to imagine, a child pouring blood while making a zombie's hiss. Looking
this
again,
is for
Zhao Ziang realized. Damn it, this bastard wasn't a child. It was the leader of the baby zombies. As for where all the baby zombies went, need you ask? That thermos must be full of fertilized eggs. The baby zombies were all turned into fertilized eggs and hidden in his thermos. No wonder they couldn't find the baby zombies. You. Feeling his intelligence mocked, Zhao Ziang wasn't angry, only terrified. Buzz. The air around him trembled. Zhao Ziang wanted to run. He was scared. Scared he'd be turned into a fertilized egg too. Run? From the moment you saw me, sorry. You were never going to escape. The boy smiled. Just one